Hi guys, it's Cindy with Pups and Crochet. And yeah, I didn't come back from the other day because I got too tired and I talked too much and I ran my phone down. So I had to redo it. So let's get on with this. This is 100 days of Halloween to celebrate Neva at Manic Mama Musings Podiversary. So it is 100 days you're going to see me, or maybe 4 times in one day to catch up. And then a day every day that you will see me again. And I hope you find these interesting, and I hope that you like these, because I tell you about the movie, and if you haven't watched the movie, you might not want to watch it. But I don't know. You might. Okay. So, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more days to catch up because I'm that far behind. But I did go to the post office today, so as soon as I'm done with these tapings, I will send you your tracking numbers for our winners 22 to 25. 21 didn't get a hold of me, but just did, so yay, I don't have to redraw. So, woo woo, woo woo. So, I'm going to be putting a couple of these out today because I am behind. And this way you can catch up on the movies I've been watching. So, let's see. This time, it's this. And it's a twister! It's a twister! But, this is not the regular Twister movie. This is Christmas Twister. And it's supposed to be a horror movie. And it's about this woman who's a news person and who has her husband who is a weatherman, but not in the newsroom. He chases tornadoes. He's a storm chaser, basically. And so one time he gave her bad advice and told her a bad thing that was going to happen. It didn't happen, and blah, blah, blah. So basically, they took regular Twister and Night of the Twister, put it together, because some of the lines were like, yeah. And then in one of the parts, one of the guys go, well, at least there's not sharks, because there's Sharknado. I love Sharknado. It's a goofy movie. Robert says he loses brain cells every time he watches it with me, but it's funny. I think it's funny.
Most of the movies I watch with you.
No, they're good. But this is Christmas Twister. So anyway, so her daughter goes off and doesn't go to school. She's in high school. She drives her little brother to school, drops him off, and says, now you're taking the bus home. And the little boy goes, well, I'm going to tell Mom and Dad you're not going to school. So I'll see you at 2:30. And she goes, you little brat. And she knows he busted her because he's going to tell. Okay, so anyway, so she leaves. She goes to the mall with her friend. And they both cut class. They both go. And he goes to school. The dad finds out. He gets all these weather reports and this stuff's coming out. And he calls his wife at the station and says, you've got to put a warning out. Tell these people they got to get shelter. Blah, blah, blah. It's coming. It's going to be a big one. It's coming, and it's not just going to be one. It's going to be many. And they're going to hit all over town. It's not just one place. It's going to be all over. We might not even have a town left. Blah, blah. Right? Blah, 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 blah. So then she goes, I can't. You know they won't listen to me after the last time. And he goes, okay, the last time was a mistake. Okay? But I'm right on this one. Which is basically from Die Hard. And oh my goodness. Okay, so anyway. No, not Die Hard. What am I thinking of? It had the Die Hard feel to it because it was at Christmas time. And it was a twister instead of robbers. But anyway. Never mind. Anyway, so she finally talks to her boss, and her boss goes, well, you know what happened the last time we put the warning out he wanted? And, I know what it is. The one with the monkey. With Dustin Hoffman. Outbreak. That's what it is. That's where that part came from. Because, he put out a warning and it didn't happen. So this guy said the same thing, and she said the same thing, and I'm just like, oh my God, this is it. These guys didn't even try to write it. These guys just took parts of different movies and put it into one. And I'm like, okay, they have it under horror, and it's not horror. It's funny. And so they end up finally getting the warning through, and she said, I told you, and blah, blah, blah. And then he runs off to pick his son from school, and he goes, we got to get to the high school to get your sister. And he goes, she's not at the high school. She's at the mall. And she went out, and Dad's like, well, where'd she go? And he goes, well, I don't know. Where would teenage girls go? He goes, the mall. So they go to the mall. And this happens, and that happens, and this happens, and, they're saving Santa Claus, and they're saving everybody, getting them in shelters, and then all of a sudden they're missing a grandpa, and they go to save the grandpa, and he's not there, but the little boy had run in to save him. So the little boy is trapped under all this stuff, so they have to dig him out. But he comes out, and he's perfectly fine. Not even a scratch. And then they live happily ever after. That's it. That's the gist of it. It didn't even keep my attention, which I really love these goofy movies, but this one was just like, it was like you just took stuff from other movies, put it together, and made another movie. Okay, you need a new writer. Yes, because it's stupid. But if you want to watch it and lose some brain cells with me and Robert, go ahead. But it wasn't my favorite goofy movie at all. It didn't even have a scary part. It didn't even have a jump out part. Nothing. Nothing. And the looks on their faces like, ooh, ah, oh, no, dear, help me. I'm like, really? Okay. You need new writers and you need new actors. There you go. So that is my day number 7 of 100 Days of Halloween. I will catch you next time, which will be later today, because I will post a couple of these to catch up. So hugs and puppy kisses, prayers if you need them. And please remember, adopt, don't shop, because there are too many babies out there that need a home. Bye, guys.